Hey, 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 YouTube world. We are back. I hope you are having a fantabulous day today. So I wanted to talk about a little bit of breaking news that came in yesterday. And it's talking about Steve Ballmer and the purchase of the Forum from the Madison Square Garden Entertainment Company, which I was surprised that Madison Square Garden owned the Forum. I don't even know how that would happen, but you know, Dolan's got his situation going very nicely there in New York, except for the whole, you know, losing every year situation. But anyways, so Ballmer is completing that. The plan is to keep the Forum there, I believe, but then he wants to build, so now he owns that entire property area, and he wants to build the Clippers' new stadium right along there. State-of-the-art facility that would hopefully be ready by 2026 to kind of improve or move them out of the Staples Center, but to bring in the idea of a state-of-the-art facility in the Englewood area near where the Chargers and Rams Stadium is going to be, creating a large sports hub, basically the futuristic sports hub that wouldn't exist in any other city under any circumstances. Even places with like dual stadiums that are pretty new. New Orleans comes to mind with the Smoothie King Center looking like the little brother for the New Orleans Superdome, sitting on the same plot of land. When you talk about things like that, none of them are as state-of-the-art as what we're about to see, you know, within the decade, possibly, going on in the Los Angeles area. And what should be fascinating is that Ballmer can obviously funnel a lot of money into this operation. With a salary cap sport, he can't spend it on the talent on the court. Otherwise, he would bring in the best players in the world in a totally free market basketball league, or a free market basketball financing situation. He would go full George Steinbrenner, and it wouldn't even make a dent into his net worth. And since he can't do that, he's going to invest in a big-time stadium, bring the Clippers into a new future, a new identity, and kind of remove the old mantra of, you know, not being able to succeed that has been stigmatized with the Clippers for many years. Something interesting that is coming from all this is the fact that he's talked about changing the logo, which he's done with the court and the team colors at times, changing the team name at some point potentially, and then bringing in this new stadium, which could be a big-time money-building operation for the Los Angeles Clippers organization and for the Los Angeles Entertainment District that's, well, the Englewood Entertainment District that's going on. I don't know exactly if Englewood is a part of Los Angeles or not. But, yeah, rich people doing rich things, but it's still fascinating to see, given that, you know, people wanted, oh, is Ballmer going to make them the Seattle Clippers? Or is, you know, Ballmer going to negotiate for something with the arena? Or is, you know, is he going to move him to Vegas? Whatever the situation may be. It could go either way. Speaking of Vegas, actually, Shaquille O'Neal was talking about something fascinating. That was a funny thing I just realized. Speaking of Vegas, Shaquille O'Neal. But yeah, Shaquille O'Neal was talking about how 2 franchises have already been like quietly put up for basically bidding, and that an NBA franchise will be in Las Vegas sooner than later. One thing that has been confirmed is the fact that the San Antonio Spurs were sold. A minority stake was sold recently in the Spurs. And it's, you know, bringing in inventory to a small market team. Despite all the success of the San Antonio Spurs, they are a very prominently small market NBA franchise. Without the level of success, you see those numbers dissipate a little bit. Despite what we may realize, which is, you know, the Clippers have made the playoffs 27 times in 28 years. When success goes away, the Clippers fan base will, you know, start to redact a little bit. And something that may have been inevitable for the last 20 years or so, if it hadn't been for, you know, the Spurs dynasty being so successful, is the possibility of the Clippers relocating and taking their proud history with them. Now, it may not be recently. Ownership has constantly reaffirmed that San Antonio is the place to stay, the place where they're going to be for the long run. but there's still some uncertainties going on throughout that situation, and obviously if ownership is going to change hands, it's always going to promote a question of will a team move to another city, especially a big market hungry for an organization the way Seattle is and the way Las Vegas is. Shaq pointed to Las Vegas. I think that Las Vegas is legitimate when you talk about now having the Golden Knights and the Raiders, and it's a big-time market with lots of people going in and out and a very hungry local fan base, as we saw when the Vegas Golden Knights made their run to the Stanley Cup Final. We will see what happens with that and which organizations would be most on the chopping block for a relocation. I think New Orleans is probably in that category pre-Zion arriving. I think that after that, it seems like he's going to get an opportunity to save basketball in New Orleans, but the NBA, while they may play this year in Las Vegas, it may be a precursor for a team to relocate to the Las Vegas market.